Good morning, students. I, Afrin Sayed, welcome you all to the virtual class learning for Standard 8th. Now, you all can see one word is written over there, that is lockdown. You all must be listening to this word continuously from many days and must be get tired listening to it. Yes or no? All the time the people are talking about either coronavirus or about the lockdown. Because we are in a lockdown period now. We all are locked at our home and we are not able to move freely outside like normally we used to do. Now, in this situation, all the time the people talking about the lockdown period. In news also we are listening about the lockdown period. Family members discussing in lockdown period what is open, what is closed, where we can go, where we cannot go, where we are stopped. And we also see in the news how the people got stuck and the people are facing the problem in this lockdown period, how they are suffering, their efforts to reach to their home, and some of the other problems which the people are facing during lockdown period. Lockdown period is what actually? It's a period, it was considered declared by the government to lock the people wherever they are. It is not actually a punishment for the people, but it is actually the concern of our government towards us that we should be safe wherever we are. We should be actually wherever mostly the people are safe at home only. Some people got stuck somewhere, but there also they are provided the facility to be safe. So we are mostly locked down at our home. Lockdown means nobody has locked our door from the outside. It is open for us. But the government has declared that we should, for our betterment and for our safety, we should be stay at home only. And if it is very necessary and very, very important, then only we can step out of the house and do our work. That is also with lot of precautions so that we should be free from the virus and we should not get infected by the virus, which is a dangerous one. We come across when you see in the television news, either in the newspaper or through the mobile, the messages are coming that the how people are suffering from the coronavirus all across the world, all over the world, how the people are suffering. Many people recovered also, but many people die also. So listening to all these things had disturbed our mind somewhere. All the time listening about the coronavirus or about the lockdown period, the moment we switch on the television to see the news, it's all talking about either the lockdown only and how many people suffered from corona and how many died, how many recovered. This is all going on from last more than 2 months, and we are listening to that only and lockdown at our home. We are missing our friends. You all must be missing your friends, school friends, tuition friends, neighbor friends, and everywhere, because we are not going in our neighbor also. That is also not very safe actually. So we are locked at our home only, but we are missing our daily life, our daily routine, where we enjoy our life either with the friends, school friends, with the teachers also. Because during this lockdown period, the school is not open. You are not supposed to go to school, you have to be at home only. And but during this lockdown period, when we are since we are not able to communicate with each other, we have started with the online classes also. Now since 2 months was there, and must be you people have used this lockdown period in a beneficial way also. Like this lockdown period, I would say, has given us the opportunity actually, has given us the valuable time which we were not getting during our normal daily routine life. We are so much busy with our work. Like as a student, you are early morning, you wake up, go to school, and then after the school you go to tuitions, then this classes and that classes. This way your day get over. You are not spending a valuable time with your parents, with your elders, with family members. But this lockdown period has given you a good opportunity to spend a valuable time with your family members, to know them, to know about their good things, to know about their habits, to know how to deal with the people. That is all we have learned during this lockdown period, how to communicate with the people, how the elders must be teaching taught you some the manners, must have tell you about some incidents of the family earlier, before you born, or some any incidents, or about some great personalities of your family must have discussed, which you would not get time to discuss during your normal routine. So lockdown period is somewhere a very beneficial also for us, though it has a negative side that we are stuck at home only, we are not having our daily routine life. But if you look at the other side of the lockdown, that is very good for us. Not only we are spending the valuable time with the family, but you are getting the free time to show your creativity, to do something which you were not able to do your during your daily routine. Like for example, apart from studies, many people are good in the other things. Some are good in drawing, they make the very nice sketches. Some are good in decorating the house also, so they you like to do the interior, so they must you can do that also. You can decorate your house in a different way, cleaning your house. You know, some like to do the cooking also you can do. Some like to reading you can do. Apart from that, gardening, many people likes to do gardening also, even I too also. So that you can do during this lockdown period, and you can grow a number of different plants. Now it's a rainy season also, that gives you a good opportunity to do the gardening also. Interior, which is a very good one. It, you know, giving a makeover to your house, changing the look of your house, so that after the lockdown period, when somebody comes to your house, they should feel happy and get surprised also by the interior which you have done. And you will feel proud that time that I had done something good during this lockdown period. I did the interior of my house. That you can do. Even you can go through the read the books. If you are good in reading, if you like to read the books, you can do the reading also. If you want to make something creative, like using the waste material of the house, people are making very with innovative ideas. They used to decor their house. That you can do. There are number of things, and you are getting the ideas also. You can use your own imagination. And even we have the internet facility, which is very helpful, which helps us in getting the different kind of ideas, so that we can do the number of things in a different way. People are doing the cooking also. They are trying to make the different kind of a dishes also. That also you can do at home with the available materials at home. It's not like that you want to make something and you want the things for that, and then you are roaming in the market for that, which is not good, which is not actually safe. So that is why, whatever the materials available at home, what you can do with that, what you can make, that is also a good idea. So different way you can try the different things at home and make something good at home. So children, use this lockdown period as your enjoyable time, not a boring time. This period, imagine you will never get it back. That all the time you are staying at home with your family and doing the things what you like actually to do, and for that which you were never getting that time till now. From many years you must be thinking that I can do this also, that also. But then the question comes, where is the time to do all this thing? So this is the time actually. This is the lockdown period giving you the time to use this opportunity to show your creativity and do something good. And about the coronavirus, which people are continuously talking about, it's just a virus. The more we think about it, the more it we will get tense about this. We will get disturbed. So we don't have to worry about it. Taking a proper precaution is the easy way or the better way to fight against this virus. What is the precaution? That we should be stay at home only, and if any emergency is there when we are going out, what we are supposed to do? That we supposed to use the mask. We have to sanitize ourselves in every after some time. When we are touching something, or we have to be careful, we have to maintain the social distancing as well with the people, and we have to use this sanitizer continuously after some period of time. We should have our own sanitizer in pocket when we are going out of the house, and always try to make the distance. If the people tries to come also, then also tell them that to keep the social distancing, at least keep the distance of 2 feet in between two people. If you are going to buy something outside, make sure that there should be a distance. Don't let somebody to come near you and you don't go near somebody. And when you come to home back, you make sure that you should wash your hands, feet and everything properly. You sanitize yourself properly, so this way you are safe from this virus. And don't give so much importance to this virus. Now in this lockdown period, apart from doing all these things like showing your creativity, you have to study also, because education should not be stopped. Education should be a lifelong learning process. Getting information about some other thing, it should be a continuous process. Learning should be a continuous process. We should never stop learning, whatever the age it is. We have to continuously learn. Now because of this lockdown period, the schools are closed and we are not going to school and is able to communicate with each other. But so, what you can do in this lockdown period, and during this technologically advanced period, we can have our online classes where we can study and where we can continue with our education process. That should not be stopped. Already, you people have started with it in the April month also. In the April month, you were getting the recordings sent by the teachers, even the lesson pictures, question answers in the PDF form. Everything was available to you in the month of April. And how you were getting it? Through the mobile. That is the technology which you were using. Now, in this way, during this lockdown period, apart from the creativity, what you want to do, what you will learn, how to use the technology, how you can use it in a right way. That means useful for you in your study, in learning something new. So in lockdown period, when we are not able to communicate with each other in our daily routine of school, like every year you used to come to the school in this month and you have a regular classes, you meet with your friends, meet with your teacher, and one-to-one interaction was there. But since because of this lockdown it was not possible, so we should not be disheartened. Doesn't matter, technology is with us. We can use it in a proper way, and we can learn this time also. And the teachers are connected with you in this way, and you will come learn so many things during this lockdown period about the technology also and about your syllabus also. So your school is there, whatever the school curriculum is there, that you will go through through this learning classes, virtual learning classes online, which is available for you all. Now as I said, already the classes started in the month of April, and then you have your 1 month vacation, and then again the classes are getting started. So you have to again be ready for this time, that and enjoy this moment, I would say. Don't you know take the things or situation in a negative way. Every negative have a positive side also, so try to see the positive side and try to study in a positive manner in this way. Now during this lockdown period, whatever the things are getting, till the lockdown is there, well, since the whenever the school will start, before that, whatever you are getting through this online classes, you must study it properly and thoroughly. You don't need somebody to tell you, like in school when you are coming, you are under the observation of the teachers, so you get scared and anyhow you do the work. But you are not a small children that you need somebody all the time to tell you to study. I would say that you all are mature enough. You all know what is good for you and what is bad for you. So whatever the teachers are sending through this online classes, you don't have to be behind. Parents don't have to be behind you, and you don't have to be depend on your parents as well. You yourself start with the studies, And wherever you get stuck, whenever you are facing the problem, you can take the help of your teachers, or with the help of your parents, or whoever is available in your family. You can take their help and you continue with your studies, whatever the teachers are sending you, the homework also, and the lessons also. Now come back to the subject. English, English from your play group till, I think, nursery, till now, till 7th standard, you are learning in English everything. English, English, English all the time. Teachers are saying to speak in English, parents are saying to speak in English, and even whatever the different subjects are there, that is also in English. Why English is so important? We'll see the importance of English in our life, in our day to day life, how the language is important for you all to learn. From so many years, the language which you are learning, you all feel that it's a very easy language. Yes, it is. If you learn it properly, if you use it in your day to day life, it's a simple, easiest language, I would say. And it is very beneficial and helpful also. Now, how it is helpful? See, first is, it is the most commonly spoken language in the world. See the importance of this language. Most commonly, that means most of the people around the world speak in English. 1 out of 5 people can speak or at least understand English. And I would say you are the luckiest one, or the fortunate people among this, that you can speak in English also or understand English. If you are not able to speak, but at least you all understand English, so you are the fortunate enough. And if you are not able to speak, try to speak. Doesn't matter. This is the age to learn something. So now also you can speak in English and you can learn this language, and you will become the fortunate one who can mostly speak commonly spoken language you can able to speak. Now, it is the official language also of the 53 countries, and it is used as a lingua franca. Lingua franca, that means a known language, mutually known language by many people all over the world. Now, studying in English can help you have a conversation with people from all over the world. Now, when you know English properly, you can easily communicate with the people all over the world using their language. They are also able to speak in English, and you will be able to speak in English. When you are able to converse in English, you can easily uh, communicate with the people in a way, and you can, give your suggestion and ideas, and whatever you want to express, whatever you want, the message you want to give to the people, you can give it in a proper way. So that is very helpful actually for the conversing the people. For that, knowing the English is a very important. It is a important language because online with more than half the content on the internet written in English. Now, if you are using the internet for any purpose, like for surfing, for anything, if you are doing any studies related, any searching you are doing, you want to do any kind of a project, or you want to know about some great personalities, or want to collect the information about some of the other things, it can be related to any subject, either it's a science, it's a social studies, English, or about the environment or any social issues. If you want to know something, the information is available on internet, but it is written in English, half of the content. Nowadays, it is available in your mother tongue also, but mostly it is available in a proper way in English language only. So it is very important. If you want to know the content which is available online, you should know the language English also, and not only reading, you should able to understand what is given in that. So it is very important for us that knowing English means what? We should be able to read also, we should be able to write also, and we should able to understand also what is given. Understanding is also very important. Just reading without understanding anything is result is zero. It is of no use. Only seeing the alphabets or the words, reading it, everything is going bounce. What is the use of that? It is just a waste of time. So that is why it is very important for you to understand what you are reading. Now, how you will be able to understand? When you know the meaning of each and every word what you are reading. Now, since you are in 8th standard, you have a command over, little bit command over English. You know a you have a collection of vocabulary also. You know many words meaning. But sometimes it happens when we are reading a particular sentence or a paragraph, we get stuck somewhere. How? When we see a particular word which meaning we don't know, that means that is the new word for us. Now when the new word comes, we when we don't know the meaning of that, we are not able to understand the meaning of the whole sentence. In this way, what we can do, no need to worry. What you are going to do is see the word, use the dictionary. That is very helpful. Always you should carry your dictionary with you when you are reading something. So open a dictionary, see the word, see the meaning of that word, and then again understanding the meaning, again read out that sentence. You will be able to understand each and everything in a clear manner without any problem. This way, slowly you can have a command. This slowly, this way your vocabulary also gets improved and you will get a command over the language also. So that is very important, whatever the things are there. So what is important to know the language is reading, writing plus understanding. These three things are necessary for you to understand it in a proper manner. Now it is a very important language because it has it has been incorporated into the learning curriculum of many schools and other learning institutions all over the world. It's an important language, because it's a part of your curriculum also, and it's a since you are studying in English medium school, so mostly everything comes in English only. So it is very important for you to understand this language and should know this language in a proper manner. Like mm, everything is coming. English medium school teacher comes and speak in English. If you don't know anything in English, how you will be able to understand what the teachers are teaching to you? That is why it is very important to know that language. Now traveling is a lot easier with a good knowledge of English. Now, everybody loves to travel, whether it's in our country, in our city, or across the world. We like to travel, we like to see the different places. But when we like to see the different places, we just don't go and see that place. We try to collect the information about that particular place also. Now, when we are trying to collect the information about those particular places, so those people, those who are there to guide you, how they are going to guide you, because their country language or their mother tongue language, if you are not aware of those language, how you will be communicate? So in this time, English become a connection between you and that person. With the English speaking language, you can communicate with that particular person, and that person will also provide you the information about that particular place in English only. This way, English helps you to gather the information about the different places also, not by the internet, but actually going over there, having a live experience of those particular places, knowing about the importance of those particular places, collecting the information, and proudly you can say to the other people also, when you can share it with the other people also what the information you have collected. How it has been possible? When you know English well and when you can communicate with the people. You can study all over the world. Many people prefer to go to the abroad, to the different countries for their higher studies. They goes in a different countries, like Oxford University is there, Cambridge is there are many other universities which are there famous, where the people wish to go. That is their dream to go and study in those such universities. in the abroad, how it is possible, how they can go when they know English very well, because in the foreign countries also the medium of instruction is English. So if you wish to continue with your higher studies in other countries, you can you should have the access or should have a command over English. Then you can easily go and study across the world, all over the world, wherever you wish to go. You can study well. Not only knowing English is important, of course your marks also important, that you should study good, you should achieve the highest score to study in the different schools. Now English gives you access to multiple cultures. Multiple cultures, how? That is knowing the culture or the lifestyle of the other people. As I say about the traveling, when you are traveling to the different countries and you can communicate with the people in English easily, so you can know about their culture, their lifestyle, how the life standard is there, how their way of living is there. So that is very easy for us to know. In even in our country also, our country, every state has a different language, and when we want to move in the other state, we don't know the language of that particular state, so how we can travel over there? Here English is very helpful. We can speak with that particular person in English, and that person also should know English. That is also very important, because if the people over there are not very educated, they don't know English, and if you are speaking in English over there, that is of no use also. So we should see that that particular person also should know English very well, and we can easily communicate with the people in English. Like, many states are there. Now, apart from English, you know many languages, like your mother tongue is either it's a Marathi, it's a Hindi. You speak in those languages. Since you are living in Maharashtra, you are a part of the state, so you know Marathi. At least, if not speaking, but at least you can understand Marathi. Apart from Marathi, Hindi is there, and English. And apart from these three languages, if you have any other mother tongue, that also you know. So in this way you are a multilingual. You know three languages or four languages. Knowing more than one language is multilingual. So you all are multilingual. That is very good actually. We should be multilingual, and we should try to learn the new languages. We should always see to it that we should know more and more languages, so that we can easily communicate with the people. But first English we should have a command, then we can move to the next language to think about the other language to learn. First English is very important. Now, access to multiple culture, as I said, in our state, in our country, there are many states where the people don't know the language which we know, like Marathi. If we go out of Maharashtra and speak with people in Marathi, they won't be able to understand us what we are saying. How we can communicate with the people in that way? Hindi, we can communicate in some part of our country, but there are some states which are not able to communicate in Hindi also. Like in the southern part of our country, if you go, the people face difficulty in speaking in Hindi also, and their mother tongue we are not able to understand. Now what we will do in this condition? So in this situation, we can speak with those people in English, and we can easily communicate with them. This way we come to know about their culture also easily. So basically English is very important language to not only to converse with the people all over the world. We can study also, we can travel also, we should have the information about their culture, their lifestyle also, by knowing English language. So that is why we should have the proper access to this language. And how we can have the access to this language? When we are able to read it properly, we should be able to pronounce each and every word properly. That is very important. Knowing the proper spelling of each and every word, knowing the pronunciation of each and every word, knowing the meaning of each and every word, that is important. So reading with correct pronunciation, writing with correct spelling, and proper understanding of each and every word. That is very important in English. We should know all these three things. Again, I'll repeat: knowing the correct pronunciation of each and every word, knowing the correct spelling of each and every word, and knowing the meaning of each and every word is very helpful for us to understand English in a proper way. This way, we can have a command over this language, and you can proudly say that, yes, I know English very well. I can speak also, I can read also, and I can write also. And if you have a proper access or command over these languages, you can able to write also. Like, till now you are reading the stories, must be reading the stories in English. It was written by different people. Somebody has written and you are reading to it. Now, when you get access to this language, you get an opportunity also that now it's time for you to write and let somebody also read it, what you have written. And that time you will feel proud about yourself that I have written this and the people are reading this. So make yourself proud also by having a command over this language and writing something. You can write a small poems, you can write a short stories also, you can poem also. It's not like that you start with the big poems. You can start with a 4 line poem, 6 line, 8 line. Then slowly you can improve yourself and you will be able to write. Same with the stories also. You can start with a short moral story or anything which you like to share. In this way you will improve yourself, your English will improve grammatically also. Your grammar also should be very much correct in this way. When you are writing, it should be written in a proper tenses form, or what you are writing you have to be very careful about it. So this way you should have access over the language. Now, coming back to the subject, that is English, the book which you have is in this syllabus is there. First lesson is the best Christmas present, the ant and the cricket, the tsunami, geography lesson. Fifth one is the glimpses of the past. Sixth one, Macavity, the mystery cat. Seventh, Vipin Chaudhary's lapse of memory. Eighth, the last bargain. Ninth, the summit within. 10th, the schoolboy. 11th, this is Jodie's fawn. 12th, the duck and the kangaroo. 13th, a visit to Cambridge. 14th, when I set out for Lanny's. 15th, a short monsoon diary. 16th, on the grasshopper and cricket. 17th, the great stone. These are the lesson and the poems from your honeysuckle book for class 8 English literature. These are the portion for your whole year, and from this the half will be for the first term and the remaining will be for the second term. This way your portion is there, the syllabus is there. Among this, two are known for you till now, that is the best Christmas present and the ant and the cricket, the poem which is there. How you know about this? Because in April month you have studied about this too, about the lesson the best Christmas present also, and the ant and the cricket poem also. The teacher has sent you the recording also, and even the lesson pictures and the PDF also of the question answers and everything is with you. And hope you all must have studied this too thoroughly and must understood this too, what is given in the Christmas, what is the story of the best Christmas present, and what is talk about in the poem The Ant and the Cricket. If you have not done till now, you can do it now also. The materials are with you, recordings are with you. Again, go through the recordings, whatever is there, go through the lesson also, read it thoroughly, go through that, find out the new words in that, find out the meaning of that, and then again, with the proper meaning, better understanding, you can again read it properly and you will understand it properly. Even about the poem, also, when you go through the poem, not only try to understand what is the message given and what the poet is actually trying to say in the ant and the cricket, but you should, see the different things available in the poem. Like you should see the rhyming words are there or not, rhyme scheme in the poem given in the poem, or any figure of speech is there. So you should see in the grammatical way also. It's not only just reading, understanding is over. Grammar is also important. So you should have the command over the grammar also. Because if you are not good in grammar, you won't be able to form a proper sentence. And if you are not able to form the proper sentence, you will not be able to speak properly. So that is why it is very important for you to have a proper access to all these things in a proper manner. Now, why I am saying this to again go through this, because when we will meet in the school, when the regular school will start, and when we come with each other, when we come in contact with each other, that time I will ask about the story of this, the best Christmas present, and what is given in the ant and the cricket also. So you should be ready that time to tell me, because when we will meet, I am not first going to teach you anything. You all are going to teach me what is there. You all are going to tell me what is there in the story. So this way I will come to know that how much you have studied in the vacation, how much this lockdown period you have used it in the positive way. This is the valuable time, how you used it in a proper way, and how you continue with your lifelong process of learning something, that we will see. Now, apart from these lessons, we have the reader also, that is a supplementary reader, and the reader name is So It Happened. Last year also you were having one reader, that is name is reader name is An Alien Hand, and this time you have this So It Happened. And in this, the lessons which are there is, first is how the camel got his hump, children are at work, the selfish giant, the treasure within, Princess September, the fight, the open window, jalebis, the comet 1, the comet 2. These are the lessons which are there in the reader, that we will see. These are the stories or the lessons which are there. This is for the whole year. And again, like the last year, this time also half is for the first term and remaining for the second term we will have. Next one, that is the grammar which we have. In grammar you can see there are number of lessons which are there. We'll just go through the names of the lessons which are there, and one by one we will learn also about this. Some are known for you because you have already studied this in your previous year, in your 5th standard, 6th standard, 7th standard. You have learned some topics of grammar. So this year we are going to have a revision of such topics, so that you should have a proper, proper understanding of this. And if you have forgot something or not able to understood something last year, again through the revision you will be able to have a clear idea, and you will have a proper access to this grammar topics, like the simple present and the present continuous tense. Second is the present perfect and the present continuous tense. Third is the simple past and the past continuous tenses. Fourth, the past perfect and the past perfect continuous tenses. Fifth one, expressing future time. Sixth one, modal auxiliaries. Seventh one, position of adverbs. Eighth one, finite and non-finite verbs. Ninth one is infinitives. 10th one, gerunds. 11th, participles. 12th, subject verb agreement. 13th, active and passive voice. 14th, using nouns and prepositions. 15th, using adjectives and prepositions. 16th, prepositional verbs and phrasal verbs. 17th, noun clauses. 18th, relative clauses. 19th, reduce relative clauses. 20th, adverbial clauses. 21, conditionals. 22nd, direct and indirect speech. 23rd, sentence linkers. And 24th, punctuation. Actually, and 25th is punctuation too. These are the total lessons which are there for your grammar. Again, half is for the first term and half is for the second term. Now when reading out this topic, you must have saw that number of topics which are there, which we have studied last year also. Only some few topics are new, that we will learn in this year, and remaining all we will have the revision of these topics. Actually, not learning, but I would say the revision, because already you know about this very well. All these topics which are there, you all are very much aware of this. So this year we are going to have a quick revision of this. Now, during this lockdown period, if you don't have your 8th standard grammar book, but you can see the topics which are there. So using your last year 7th standard book also, you can have the revision of these topics also which are there. Then whenever you are getting your new books, again you can start with the new topic, same topic, and revision will be there for this. So at least, but by the time you get your new books, go through the topics in your last year books also which are available, and try to solve the examples again and again, and try to find out the new examples also from the other books and solve it. This way you will have a better revision, and you will have your self study also. You don't need somebody to teach you also, because you already know that, only you have to do the revision of that. Hope you all are going to revise those topics which are there in the last year textbook also. Most of the are there only. Now moving to the next thing, apart from grammar, in the grammar we have our creative writing also. That is the writing skill which we have. Last year you have writing a letter also, writing an email, complaint letter you have written, so many things you have done, writing a film review you have done. So different things were there. This year also they have given something for you, writing a formal letter of complaint. Last year we have written a formal letter to editor. This year it is a complaint letter. Next is writing a book review. If you remember, last year we have a writing a film review, and this year they have a book review for us, editing a text, doing the changes in the text, writing newspaper articles on social issues. Very interesting. Next is writing in a persuasive way. Last is note making and summarizing. These are the topics of creative writing, and all these are very interesting. Hope you all will enjoy writing these things. Like last year you have enjoyed writing an experiment, process writing, film review. The children have enjoyed writing this. So this year also I expect that you all are going to enjoy writing all these things. Now next we have is our paper pattern, that is the evaluation format. You all are very much aware of it, that 80 how the paper will be. Section A reading is there, that is the unseen passage, seen poem, seen passage, which is there for the term. And then next we have is our creative writing. Creative writing, just now we talk about the different topics of creative writing, that will be there in this. And then we have a grammar also, so many topics which we saw, that will be covered in this grammar. Next we is literature. From the literature part, that is your from your honeysuckle book, and also from the supplementary reader. So it happened, combination of these two, the literature part is there. In that you will have your scene poem also to solve that. Then you are going to have your answer, question answers, answer in 30 to 40 words, then answer in 100 to 150 words, and then the character sketch also. All this will be covered. You all are aware of this pattern, because last year also you had, and somewhere similar it is in this year also, only the portion is different, the content is different. Character sketch, many people get confused in it, what to do. They used to write the whole story over there, but actually character sketch is not to write the story. The story we know very well. What we want to know through the character sketch, that after reading the lesson or a particular story, what you understood about that particular character, how you saw that character, what are the qualities of that particular character you saw in the lesson, that you have to write in your own words. You have to just pen out, ink out what you are going to, what you have observed about that particular character in the lesson. Here it is giving you an opportunity to write something in your own words, so you will be getting a confidence to write something. As I said, that if you have a proper command over English, you can write small poems also, small stories also. Here you can begin with the character sketch also. If you are able to write the character sketch properly about particular character in your own words, you will be get a confidence to write something new. So this way you can improve yourself. Now this is all about the subject. In our next class, What we are going to do is we are going to have a quick revision of the lessons which we have covered in the month of April, that is the best Christmas present and the ant and the cricket poem that we will see. So before next time we will meet, I want you all to go through the lesson and the poem which is already with you and have a quick revision of it, and next time we are going to revise it so you will have a proper understanding of it. Thank you.